Hey, I got to tell you, the Thursday message, BillO'Reilly.com, is really funny. He's got suggestions for campaign slogans from everybody from Liz Warren to Bernie Sanders to Cory Booker. It is, I'm not saying it's supposed to smoke up his butt, it is laugh out loud funny. And, of course, his column, The Extreme Team at BillO'Reilly.com, is, as always, very educational and smart and great. As I always say, was the best, he's still the best, he will always be the best. Cable network news started with him and will end with him. And he's a magnificent guest on our show at this time each and every Thursday morning. Let's say hello to the great Bill O'Reilly.
Hey, Bill, what's up?
Hey, you guys. Thanks for having me back.
Of course, you're
Always
great.
a pleasure.
And your Thursday message is hilarious. Before we get to that stuff, though, Sunday night is the Academy Awards, and Smollett won't be anywhere near it because even though we've known all along it was an acting performance, even his performance wasn't very, very good. May have fooled Robin Roberts, but didn't fool Bill O'Reilly, did he?
You know, I'm not going to watch the Academy Awards. I don't care what anybody does to me, because I'm pining for Bob Hope, Johnny Carson, even David Letterman.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, but they don't have a host.
No. Did you like Billy Crystal? Did you like Billy Crystal?
Yeah, he was all right, but he wasn't in the category of Hope or Carson.
Agreed.
But Gumby just turned it down. You know, they negotiations. And
They got no host.
Gumby said, I'm not, come on, the Twitter mob will hang me, and I'm not going on.
It's all about social justice. Well,
That's what it's about.
Yep, Big Bill O'Reilly, BillO'Reilly.com. Sid just brought it up. First of all, you have this Washington Post being sued for the hit job on that Catholic white kid wearing a MAGA hat. And, of course, the Empire actor arrested for a hate crime. He got arrested today, the hate crime hoax, I should say. And Sid brought up Robin Roberts. I think this guy was aided and abetted by the media, who willfully turned a blind eye to what was clearly a fake, phony story. What do you think about journalism and Robin Roberts, I guess, in particular?
Well, I know Robin for a long time. She's a good person, but she's caught up in the PC virtue signaling industry. I mean, that's what it is. It's a pack. And their job is to go out and tut, and how bad is this, and how bad is Trump, and how bad is everything.
And by the way, they get ratings doing that, which at the end of the day, Bill, you know television more than anybody. It's about ratings and money, not necessarily getting anything right. No,
but GMA's slipping. Today's Show beat them last week in raw audience and demo. But it's more than that. It's a corporate order. It was interesting to watch CNN, who was out in front of this virtue signaling on the Smollett story, and they couldn't get on fast enough to condemn the people who allegedly stalked him at 2:30 in the morning when it was 50 below zero. Yeah, that happens a lot. But CNN was, in the forefront, and then Allison Camerata, who I know and is a nice woman, comes on and says, we were very skeptical of this. She was ordered to say that. Zucker ordered her to say that. Right. And then that idiot media critic, the bald guy, comes on and goes, no, the mainstream media covered this responsibly. And then he took another hit of LSD. So it's so corrupt now. It's almost like a Saturday Night Live skit, watching television news and reading the New York Times and the Washington Post. Now, Bezos is going to have to write a check north of $100 million to this Covington family. He's going to have to write that check because Lynn Wood, who's representing the family and will represent others in Covington, he wants to get this in front of a jury. Can you imagine this kid testifying in front of a jury? They'll give him $500 million,
right?
Not $250.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kid.
So this will settle, and this kid Sandman and his family will walk away with $100 million, and Wood will walk away with $15 or $20 million. But that's what's going to happen. They can't defend it. The Washington Post can't defend its coverage.
That's right.
And then Wood's going to knock them down. It's going to be one after the other. But he's got them.
Yeah, it's kind of like Colin Kaepernick with the NFL. And by the way, the NFL will be happy to pay Colin Kaepernick, and I think the Washington Post wants this thing to go away as well. One of the reasons why, Bill, I always thought you were the best, when Trump was campaigning, and he leaned on you, and still does. You on Air Force One just 2 weeks ago. That didn't stop you from being critical, taking him to task every now and then on your own television show during the campaign. I love that about you. So when President Trump looks at the folks lined up against him to run in 2020 so far, his supporters are going, come on, that's a joke, bunch of clowns. He's going to kill him.
Well, Trump did a lot of good for himself with the Make America Great Again slogan. And I say to these people running against him, you got to have a slogan. There's just too many of you. So I came up with some suggestions, and can I read them all right?
Oh, they're great. You should, yes.
All right, well, Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, her slogan should be, I'm not an Indian, but it was fun while it lasted. Bernie Sanders, yes, I'm old, but so's Biden.
That's a perfect one.
That's a good one,
yep.
Senator Kamala Harris, sure, I smoke pot. You would too if you lived in San Francisco. It's a very honest slogan. Senator Cory Booker, vegan power, burgers kill.
That's a winning slogan there.
Our Senator Kirsten Gillibrand here in New York, don't hate me for being Caucasian. Beto O'Rourke, I'll let everyone come to America, then we can party. That gets the younger vote in.
Damn right, and the ISIS bride moves to El Paso, Texas.
Joe Biden, if elected, I'll be 80, so I may have to go to bed early. Honesty, good slogan. Mike Bloomberg, global warming is real, but hands off my Gulf Stream. Telling it like it is, Mike. Senator Amy Klobuchar, I'm not a socialist, but don't tell anybody. And Michelle Obama, who may, get in. Michelle Obama's slogan right now, this could change. I can't run because if I leave the house, Barack will smoke.
And then some.
And to be fair, President Trump needs a new slogan. Elect me again and I'll stop tweeting.
Yes.
Do we have a deal?
I love that one.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But listen, to be serious for a second, Bill O'Reilly, listen, the lunacy of the left, which you outlined brilliantly with these slogans here. I mean, the Green New Deal, Medicare for all, the rush to judgment, sympathy for this hoaxer by the presidential candidates. I mean, they're really committing suicide, are they not?
People have short memories, and you'll see a lot of this craziness subside. They get media attention by being crazy. So the best example of that is our Congresswoman from the Bronx, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whose slogan is, "Dude, I want your stuff." All right, that's a good one. Anyway, she is so out there, but what has happened? She's a star, a megastar. If they could get her to host the Academy Awards, they might get a rating.
No kidding.
Right, it's true.
So they all know they get attention by being crazy, bomb-throwing left-wing loons. And in Iowa, you can be that, because that caucus is, that comes from Havana. Those people are crazy. But then after that, they have to start to moderate a little bit, and that's what you'll probably see.
Thought about you a couple of nights ago. On Sunday, Bill O'Reilly, it was the 80-year anniversary of thousands and thousands of Nazis and Nazi supporters getting together. This is unreal. At Madison Square Garden, the old garden. It involved a Jewish man from Brooklyn rushing the stage and eventually getting his butt kicked. Thought about your great book, Killing of the SS, and all the killing books, which are all terrific. But I'm really, really excited, Bill, about the new book about President Trump. You talk about it in your Extreme Team column at BillO'Reilly.com. So just give folks just a little taste of what they may read in this upcoming book about President Trump.
All right, so it's a history book. It's not pro-Trump. It's not anti-Trump. I have to write 1,000 words a day because we're going to try to get this book out in September. It's called The United States of Trump, How the President Really Sees America. And it traces his family back to when they came to America. Friedrich Drumpf, with a D, from southern Germany, came over and went up to the Klondike to the gold rush in Whitehorse, Canada, where he promptly opened a bordello. All right? For 4 years, he made a bloody fortune in the gold rush by peddling women of the evening. That just gives you a taste of the book.
Wow.
It's all an arc into how Donald Trump became president. With no anonymous sources, I know that's going to upset the New York Times. There are no anonymous sources in the book. All right? It's all facts, no speculation. I did, as you mentioned, interviewed the president on Air Force One. He was kind enough to sit with me and give me a ride down, but it wasn't a free ride. I had to pay.
Really?
Yeah, they charged me because I never take anything free. And it's fascinating for me to write it, but painful. Last night I was writing about the Vietnam situation with Donald Trump, and I had just finished the race situation. And I explained the whole thing in an honest way. And I think people, even if you don't like Donald Trump, will want to have the information about how a guy like this could become the president of the United States. It is the most amazing story of my lifetime. Wow. And I'm going to get it on paper and put it out.
Man, I can't wait to get my hands on this thing. This is fantastic. Yep. You really piqued our interest, I got to tell you. Bill O'Reilly, look, the column is The Extreme Team today at BillO'Reilly.com. And, of course, the message of the day with the slogans is at BillO'Reilly.com, as is everything else. Bill does a podcast. Bill, we thank you very much. We're out of time. But great interview. Thanks very much for doing it.
You guys, I really enjoy talking with you. Thank you.
Thank you. We enjoy it more. Trust me. The great Bill O'Reilly will take a short break. 1-800-848-WABC.